You know how we talk about perfect timing when it comes to Cardano? It truly seems once again we have had perfect timing. And the reason why I'm saying that is we have some of the most major developments of the Cardano ecosystem launching at just the right time. But actually this integration of Bitcoin and cooperation with the Bitcoin network is taking place just as we're coming through some of this major deregulation happening and as some of the biggest embrace of Bitcoin is taking place within our lifetime. So we're going to talk about that in this video, and I want to show you guys some great things happening with Cardano as well. So if you guys are new or haven't already, show your support for the channel down below. It's been growing like crazy, and it's all because of you guys. Now, it's about 7:23 a.m. Central Standard Time, waiting to see where things head for the day. We're definitely getting some chop, definitely some ups and downs and questions surrounding the ceasefire, if this will in fact continue, if it's going to be broken. Questions. But what I will say is that regardless of what price is doing today, we're seeing this big embrace happen for Cardano and crypto in general. First of all, we have now seen Lace officially integrate Bitcoin support. So this is a pretty big deal because, again, we have actually seen Bitcoin moved from the Bitcoin network to the Cardano network and back. And now we're getting to the point where, again, there is these major levels of interoperability between the two utilizing Lace Wallet. And if you guys remember with Bitcoin OS, utilizing Cardano consensus within the Bitcoin network is going to potentially bring a lot of that liquidity over to Cardano. Not to mention, like I talked about in earlier videos, that with the Midnight Network itself, that launch, you're seeing some allocation to Bitcoin holders in general. So you could actually see a pretty big boost for Cardano there. It's a pretty big deal. But what I will say is that we're seeing this embrace for BTC and crypto really begin to take off. First of all, yesterday, the Fed officially ended the reputational risk oversight, easing crypto banking restrictions. What we've also seen is the $8 trillion U.S. government agency just announced they are planning to use Bitcoin for mortgages. So this is actually the Federal Housing Finance Agency. And what we've also seen now, too, is Trump is eyeing an executive order to block banks from debanking crypto clients. So just as we thought, things were getting pretty quiet and this embrace for crypto was kind of fading away and nothing was happening, we're seeing things kind of shoved right back into our faces. And I think a lot of people, they didn't understand how loud the noise was in the space, and that eventually that loud noise would quiet down and we would get back on track. The things that were talked about, obviously in the fall, the things that were mentioned earlier on here in 2025, they're coming back around, and the embrace from the government and enterprise is going to be larger than ever. And that's where, again, Cardano has a real opportunity. That's what its big focus is government and enterprise, government and enterprise. I've said this for years now that those would be the big things that do in fact bring the Cardano ecosystem online. And here we sit right as we're hitting major interoperability, right as the embrace is starting to take place, right as we have this super scalable multi-chain ecosystem that is really beginning to take off. That's where we're at right now. And maybe some people disagree with me, and that's fine. Understand that there's nothing wrong with disagreeing what I have to say, but you can't help but notice the level of foresight that Cardano has had in preparation for these times. It's big. The embrace is going to be insane. And that's why I think Cardano has a real opportunity to win in this cycle. So I appreciate you guys as always. I hope you enjoyed the video. Let me know your thoughts below, but have a great day. Catch you guys in the next one. Take care.